This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to our review of Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 8, titled Full Nelson. And honestly, this felt like it was the start of a new season and not part of the previous one. Really feels like everything was wrapped up last week, and this was mainly just setting up a new season of content. So I do wonder why it is part of this season, and if we are getting a Season 3, because I think James Gunn said he isn't planning on it, but he may have just been lying, and honestly, it's just more interesting to figure out what's going to be going on because there's really no connection to the rest of the season besides the story between Peacemaker and Harcourt. And honestly, besides that, really it is almost a completely new story. And while I enjoyed it, I do think it does need resolution and want to see that. But well, that's my only complaint. I enjoyed it overall. I think that Chris realizing him not being himself and him just listening to others is what causes all the problems does make sense and helps him be able to reconcile all the bad stuff that's happened. Also, the zero dimension being used as a prison. Honestly, I mean, it's not the worst thing possible as long as, whoever's being sent there is going to get a life sentence. And as long as they're not doing something like petty where they're tossing in Peacemaker just as revenge for killing Rick Flag Jr., it's something that may not be, the worst idea possible, especially considering how bad superhero prisons are. But obviously, there will eventually be a breakout from this dimension because there's no way that this prison is going to be completely foolproof. There's going to be some way out of it, and who knows what it is yet, but it's eventually going to be found. But and just going through everything else, setting up the organization of Checkmate and having basically all the characters from the season going and joining it and quitting Argus, and showing that they all has some decency where it's really nothing good happening there. And I do think that it does make sense to have an organization like this, although from what I remember in my quick Google search before I started this, was anything to say it's not a great organization, and it is something that does turn out to be bad, but I feel like it's probably not going to go with this and have it be a good organization of a kind of different superhero team. And I'm assuming they eventually will get Peacemaker back, and they'll have some of the more mature and dark superheroes as part of it. I I don't know which ones those would be, but good chance it could be. I don't know who they could toss in just off the top of my head because I'm just kind of blanking right now on like more violent DC characters besides Red Hood. But I don't know if they would do Red Hood on that. But yeah, honestly, just going through it, I thought it was a solid finale. Not the best of the season. I think the last episode is still my favorite. But there was some good stuff in this, especially them going through those portals and all those crazy dimensions. Some of them could be useful, where that one where it's just a giant black hole. Probably just like toss all the garbage down there and then they never need to worry about garbage ever again. But I think that the ultimately the better thing would be to use that world for either resources or overpopulation to do something truly good with it instead of just keeping it as a prison. Especially since there may be something deadly there that you don't fully know of. But I still am interested to see Maybe it's like dinosaur times or something. That's the first thing that popped into my head, but who really knows? But yeah, so yeah, I really did enjoy it. I thought they did a really good job, and I want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments, and also next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.